Hare Krishna. Good morning and welcome to Make Japa Great Again. One might observe that making progress in any discipline is a series of small comebacks, either noticeable comebacks where one requires intervention, or tiny comebacks because the material nature is relentless in distraction, or distracting us, and it's oppressive. The three modes of material nature are difficult to overcome. Krishna says, Daivihi Eshu Gunamai. So one requires a structure in life that is devotee association, community, to safeguard oneself against unknowingly, unwittingly, or by influence of bad association, drifting away from chanting of Hare Krishna. So showing up for japa, whether individually at home or coming to a session like this, is a great victory. And Krishna says in many places in the Bhagavatam, and in great sages also say, and we shouldn't be overwhelmed by distractions. If we do get distracted or we're not able to do exactly what we plan to do, we shouldn't become morose, but rather we should make a little comeback or a big one. And so if one keeps doing that, that's what looks like progress and steadiness. Just as much as if an airplane's flying from, airplane, more like a jet, is going from San Francisco to New York, there's a theoretical straight line that it flies on, but from what I've read, that's only theoretical, because 95% of the time it's off course. It's just the pilot bringing it back to the theoretical straight line most of the time. So that goes to the way of encouraging oneself that performing devotional service in the material world, being accompanied by a mind that's used to doing whatever it wants, may not be simple, but the process is highly effective if one can figure out how to get on a streak and keep it going throughout this lifetime. After all, Krishna says, Mam chayo vyabhicharena bhakti yogena sevate sagunan samatitaitan brahmapuhaya kalpate. That if you can get on a streak and keep it going, then you'll rise above the three modes of material nature. And one final point, for the sake of brevity, and that is that we were reading yesterday in the Harinam Chintamani, revisiting a section where Haridas Thakur speaks about the power of the holy name to purify us. And he talks about how there's three stages of chanting namaparadha, where one's offensive, and mostly he describes offensive chanting as chanting with the idea that we'll become one with the Supreme. Mayavad is what he considers the most highly offensive form of chanting. In other words, your conception is completely wrong. However, your conception's right, that Krishna's God and I'm not him, I'm his servant. And we're chanting, even if there are some incidental offenses. One keeps chanting. This is called namabhasa. And he said that the namabhasa is a little of the light of the holy name, just as there's a little light that comes up in the morning time when the sun first starts to rise. He said, nonetheless, one should take advantage of that because, and he lists all of the ways that one may attain piety or success as mentioned by the Vedas, and then he says, one mantra chanted in namabhasa is so effective that it's more effective than any of these other so-called pious activities or meritorious things that one can do in one's life. And then he says that namabhasa can occur even in those who are not acquainted with bhakti yoga. If they accidentally say the holy name because they heard it in a song and then they re-sing it, or they see a Hare Krishna and then they derisively or jokingly say Hare Krishna, or they just accidentally say it. And they get benefit from that. So then he concludes by saying there's a different kind of namabhasa, and that is if you have faith in the holy name but you're not perfect, but you continue to chant with the idea that you will become aligned with the pure devotees and the pure chanting of the holy name by continuing. This he calls Shraddha Namabhasa. It's not the perfect stage of chanting, but you're chanting with faith, and you have an idea of the correct idea of why you're chanting. Then he says you'll definitely attain success. There's no question of it. Because the holy name, Krishna, is extremely merciful and all-powerful and can overcome all the darkness in the material world. Govindacharan Prabhu and I were talking last night at the Harinam, and I remembered a verse from the Namashtakam where Srila Rupa Goswami says, Yarabhaso pyudyan kavalita bhava dvanta vibhavo drisham tatvandanam api dishiti bhakti pranayinim. And that is that even if you're blind to the truth, you have no idea what bhakti is, if you hear the chanting the holy name or you chant Hare Krishna, then the darkness in the material world can be swallowed just by one mantra. And then he says, Tattva andanam api dishiti bhakti pranayinim, means that just from that one mantra, then even if you have no idea what bhakti is, you start to get a feel for bhakti. In other words, it awakens within your heart. There's a sense like, I should be a devotee, I like this. And in the logic that's very pervasive in the Shastras, it's called what to speak of, means that if that's true, then what to speak of somebody who sits down for a japa session, gets up in the early morning, takes a shower, and then drives all the way to a location just to sit and chant japa, as you're all doing. What to speak of somebody who does that will definitely have success. Om Tat Sat. Dear Srila Prabhupada, dear Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Shri Panchatattva, Shri Gaur Nitai, if you so desire, please empower us to chant your holy names with Shraddha. Thank you for considering our request. Om Tat Sat. Hare Krishna. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Krishna Hare Ram Hare Ram Ram Hare Krishna Hare Ram Hare Ram Ram Hare Ram Hare Ram Ram Hare Krishna Hare Ram Hare Ram Ram Hare Krishna Hare Ram Hare Ram Ram Hare Krishna Hare Ram Hare Ram Krishna Hare Ram Hare Ram Ram Hare Krishna Hare Ram Hare Ram Ram Hare Krishna Hare Ram Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Krishna Hare Ram Hare Ram Ram Hare Krishna Hare Ram Hare Ram Ram Hare Krishna Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Krishna Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Hare Ram Hare Krishna Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Ram Ram Hare Krishna Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare Ram, Ram Ram Ram, Hare Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Ram, Ram Ram Ram,
Hare Rama, Rama Rama,
Hare Ram, Ram Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram Ram, Hare Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Rama Rama, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram Ram, Hare Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama,
Ram Ram Ram,
Hare Krishna,
Hare Ram, Ram Ram Ram,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Rama Rama, Hare
Ram
Hare, Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram Ram
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
Ram
Rama,
Ram Ram,
Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Hare Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Ram Ram, Hare
Hare Hare,
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Ram, Ram Ram Ram,
Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare Ram,
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Krishna
Krishna, Hare Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram Ram Ram,
Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama,
Hare Ram, Hare Ram Ram Ram, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna
Ram Ram
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare
Krishna,
Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram Ram Ram, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare Ram Ram
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama,
Hare Ram, Ram
Rama,
Ram,
Hare Hare,
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram, Hare Ram Ram
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Hare Krishna,
Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram Ram Ram, Hare
Hare Rama,
Hare Ram, Hare Ram Ram Ram,
Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Ram, Hare Ram Ram Ram,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Rama, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare
Hare
Hare.
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Ram, Hare Ram Ram Ram,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare Rama,
Ram, Hare Ram Ram Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Ram, Ram Ram Ram,
Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Ram Ram Ram,
Rama,
Hare
Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Ram, Ram Ram
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare Rama,
Ram Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Ram Ram Ram,
Hare Rama, Rama,
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Krishna,
Hare Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare
Rama,
Ram, Hare Ram Ram Ram, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram Ram
Hare
Ram,
Hare, Hare Rama,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram Ram
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare, Hare Ram,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Ram Ram
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare,
Hare
Hare Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna Krishna, Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram Ram
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram Ram
Rama, Hare
Ram,
Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare Ram, Hare Ram Ram
Hare
Ram,
Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Krishna Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Ram, Ram
Rama,
Ram Ram,
Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram Ram
Hare Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Hare
Hare Rama,
Krishna,
Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram, Hare Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Hare.
Om Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna, Krishna
Krishna,
Hare Ram,
Krishna
Hare Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama, Rama
Krishna
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare
Hare, Hare
Ram Ram
Krishna, Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare
Rama,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Ram,
Hare Hare, Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
Hare Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Ram, Hare
Rama
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Rama, Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare
Krishna, Hare
Ram Ram
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare Rama,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Hare
Rama
Ram Ram
Hare Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram Ram
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare Rama,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Ram
Rama
Ram
Rama,
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Krishna Hare Hare
Hare Ram, Ram Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Ram Ram
Hare
Ram,
Rama
Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Rama 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 Hare Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram, Ram Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Hare Rama
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Rama
Ram
Rama
Ram
Hare
Ram, Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama Rama
Krishna.
Rama Hare
Hare
Hare Hare
Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Krishna.
Hare Rama
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna.
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hare
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram
Rama Hare
Ram.
Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Rama
Hare
Rama
Krishna.
Rama Rama Hare
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 Ram,
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hare 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 Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare Rama,
Hare
Hare
Ram.
Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare
Krishna Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Ram, Ram
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare Hare Rama,
Krishna, Hare
Rama
Ram,
Rama,
Hare Ram, Ram Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna
Rama
Krishna
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Hare Ram,
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Ram, Ram
Rama,
Ram,
Rama
Hare
Rama, Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama, Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare Ram, Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Ram, Ram
Rama
Ram
Rama,
Ram,
Hare Hare, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Ram Ram,
Rama
Hare
Rama, Hare Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Ram, Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare Rama, Rama
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Ram, Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Ram, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare
Ram,
Hare, Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare Ram,
Krishna,
Ram Ram,
Krishna
Ram Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama,
Hare
Hare
Ram.
Hare, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama, Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna,
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Hare Ram, Ram Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Ram, Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Ram,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare
Rama Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare Krishna,
Hare Ram, Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram
Hare Hare,
Ram, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare Rama,
Krishna,
Rama
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram Ram, Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Rama, Rama Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna, Hare
Ram
Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama, Rama
Krishna,
Rama, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram, Hare Ram, Ram
Hare
Ram, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna.
Krishna Krishna,
Ram
Hare Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram, Ram
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Ram, Hare
Rama
Ram,
Rama,
Ram
Hare Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Ram, Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Ram, Hare
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare
Ram
Hare, Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare, Hare Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Hare
Rama
Ram,
Rama,
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Krishna Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Hare, Hare Rama,
Hare
Hare Rama,
Krishna,
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram, Hare Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Ram, Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
Hare Rama,
Krishna,
Hare Rama,
Hare
Rama
Ram,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Ram Ram, Hare Hare
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Hare
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 Rama, Rama
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram Ram,
Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna
Rama
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Rama, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram.
Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Sit properly.
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Hare
Rama
Ram, Ram
Rama, Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Hare Ram, Ram Ram.
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Rama Rama,
Krishna,
Hare Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Rama,
Ram,
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Ram,
Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare
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 Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna Hare Ram,
Hare Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama, Rama
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Ram.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram,
Hare Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama, Rama
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama, Rama Rama,
Hare
Hare
Ram.
Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama, Rama
Krishna,
Rama, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Ram,
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Hare,
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Rama
Ram,
Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna Krishna,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama,
Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Rama,
Krishna
Hare Rama,
Krishna,
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare
Rama
Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Hare,
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Krishna.
Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare
Krishna,
Rama, Rama
Krishna
Rama, Hare
Krishna,
Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare
Rama
Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Hare,
Rama Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Rama
Hare,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Krishna.
Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna,
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Hare,
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare
Rama
Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Hare,
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Krishna, Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama
Ram
Rama,
Hare
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 Hare, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Rama, Rama Rama, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare Rama, Rama Rama,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Rama, Rama
Krishna, Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Rama, Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Rama
Rama, Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Rama
Hare,
Rama, Hare
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 Krishna,
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Rama, Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Rama Rama,
Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama, Rama
Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Hare Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama, Hare
Rama
Rama,
Rama,
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare Hare,
Krishna Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare Rama,
Krishna,
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Rama
Rama,
Rama,
Rama
Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama, Rama
Krishna,
Rama, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Rama,
Hare
Rama
Krishna, Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Rama
Rama, Rama
Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare
Krishna,
Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Rama Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Rama, Hare Rama, Rama
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Rama,
Hare
Rama,
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 Hare Rama,
Hare
Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Hare,
Hare Rama, Rama
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Hare
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 Rama,
Krishna,
Rama
Hare
Rama, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Rama
Krishna
Rama,
Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Rama, Hare
Krishna
Rama, Rama
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare
Krishna,
Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama, Rama Rama,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama, Rama Rama,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Hare,
Hare Rama, Rama
Hare
Rama,
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Rama,
Ram
Rama
Ram
Rama,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Ram Ram,
Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare
Krishna,
Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare, Hare
Krishna
Rama, Hare
Ram, Hare
Rama,
Ram,
Rama
Ram
Rama, Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Ram, Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama,
Ram
Hare Hare,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare Hare,
Krishna Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare Rama,
Krishna,
Rama Rama, Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram, Ram
Krishna, Hare
Ram,
Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Rama
Ram,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Ram, Ram
Rama Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Ram, Hare
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 Rama,
Krishna,
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Hare Ram,
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Ram
Rama
Ram,
Rama, Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare Ram, Ram
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Hare, Hare Rama,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Hare Ram,
Rama
Ram
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Rama
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare
Ram, Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Rama,
Ram,
Rama
Hare
Rama, Hare
Krishna,
Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Ram, Ram,
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Ram,
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram, Ram,
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Rama, Rama
Krishna,
Rama, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram, Ram,
Krishna
Ram, Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama, Rama Rama, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram, Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Rama
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Krishna Hare Hare,
Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Rama, Rama
Hare
Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Hare Ram,
Krishna
Ram, Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare Rama,
Hare
Hare Rama, Rama
Hare
Rama,
Ram,
Hare Hare,
Ram, Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Ram,
Hare, Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Ram,
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare Ram,
Hare Hare,
Ram, Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Hare
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram, Ram, Ram,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Ram,
Rama
Ram,
Rama, Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Hare Ram, Ram,
Krishna
Ram, Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Hare, Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Hare
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 Rama,
Ram, Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Ram, Ram,
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna, Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Hare
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Ram,
Rama
Ram,
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Hare
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Ram,
Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Krishna,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Rama,
Hare,
Rama,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Ram, 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 Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram, Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Ram, Ram, Ram,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare Rama, Rama Rama,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare, Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Ram,
Rama
Ram,
Rama,
Ram,
Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram, 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 Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
Hare Rama, Hare
Krishna,
Rama, Rama
Hare Ram,
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Ram,
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram, Ram,
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama
Hare
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare Ram, Hare
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Ram,
Rama
Hare
Rama, Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna,
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Ram,
Rama
Hare
Rama, Hare
Krishna,
Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Hare,
Krishna,
Hare Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Ram, Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Ram,
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Ram,
Rama
Ram,
Rama,
Ram,
Rama
Hare
Rama, Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram, Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare
Ram,
Rama, Rama
Ram,
Rama,
Hare
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 Hare,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Ram, Ram,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare Rama, Rama Rama,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare, Hare
Ram, Ram,
Krishna, Hare
Ram,
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Rama
Ram,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Ram, Ram, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Ram, Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Krishna,
Krishna Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare Hare,
Ram, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Hare,
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram, Ram, Ram,
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
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 Krishna
Ram,
Krishna, Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Krishna, Hare
Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Ram,
Rama
Ram,
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Rama, Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Rama
Hare,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Hare,
Hare Rama, Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Ram, Hare
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 Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama, Rama Rama, Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Ram,
Rama
Ram,
Rama,
Ram,
Hare Hare,
Ram,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Rama Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Hare, Hare Rama,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Ram,
Rama
Ram,
Rama,
Ram,
Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama, Rama
Krishna,
Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Ram, Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Hare
Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Oh,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna,
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Krishna, Hare
Ram,
Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare
Ram, Hare
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Ram,
Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Ram,
Krishna
Hare Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama, Rama Rama,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Hare
Rama
Ram,
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare Ram,
Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama, Rama
Hare
Rama, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Rama Rama, Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama
Hare
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Krishna, Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Hare
Rama
Ram,
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare Ram, 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 Hare Krishna, Ram, 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 Ram,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Ram, Ram,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Ram,
Rama Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Ram,
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna,
Hare Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Ram, Hare
Rama
Ram,
Rama,
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare
Krishna,
Ram, Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Hare Ram, Ram Ram,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Hare Ram,
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare Rama,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare Ram, Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram, Ram
Rama,
Ram,
Rama Rama, Rama Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Ram
Rama
Ram,
Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama
Hare
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram, Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Hare Ram,
Rama,
Ram
Rama
Ram,
Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Ram, Hare
Hare,
Ram, Ram Ram,
Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare Rama,
Krishna,
Rama
Hare
Rama, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Ram, Ram
Krishna, Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama Hare Rama Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Hare Rama Hare Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Hare Krishna Hare Rama Hare Rama Rama Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Rama Hare Rama Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Rama Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna Hare Rama Hare Rama Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama Hare Rama Hare Rama Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Hare Krishna Krishna Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Rama Hare Rama Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Rama Hare Rama Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Hare Rama Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Ram,
Ram
Ram
Ram,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram, Ram
Krishna,
Ram, Hare
Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Ram, Hare
Hare.
Ram, Ram
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare.
Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram
Rama,
Ram.
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare
Hare
Hare.
Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama, Rama
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare.
Hare Ram,
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram.
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare
Hare
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Ram,
Rama
Ram
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare.
Hare
Hare
Ram, Ram
Rama, Hare
Ram.
Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram, Hare Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Rama Rama,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare.
Hare Ram, Ram
Hare
Ram.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare.
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna,
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare.
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram, Ram
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Rama, Rama
Krishna.
Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare.
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna,
Rama
Hare Ram,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare.
Ram Ram, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare Ram, Hare
Krishna
Ram, Ram
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare. Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Ram.
Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Hare
Rama Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna Hare
Krishna,
Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram, Ram
Krishna,
Ram, Hare
Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare. Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna
Rama
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare.
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram, Ram
Krishna,
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Hare.
Krishna
Hare
Hare Ram,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna.
Krishna Hare Ram, Hare
Krishna
Ram, Ram
Krishna, Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Rama Rama,
Ram,
Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare.
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Rama,
Ram,
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare Hare.
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare
Krishna,
Rama, Rama
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare Hare. Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Ram, Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Hare.
Ram, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Ram.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare.
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Rama,
Hare
Rama
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare. Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare.
Hare
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 Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Ram,
Rama
Ram
Rama,
Ram,
Hare Hare. Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare.
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Hare
Rama Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama, Rama
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Ram,
Hare
Hare Ram,
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Hare Ram,
Rama,
Ram
Rama
Ram,
Rama,
Hare
Hare Hare.
Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna
Rama
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare.
Hare Ram, Ram
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Hare.
Hare Ram,
Hare
Hare Ram,
Rama,
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Hare
Rama
Hare
Rama, Hare Hare. Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Ram, Ram
Hare
Ram, Hare
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Rama, Hare
Krishna
Hare.
Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram, Hare
Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare. Hare
Ram
Rama, Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Hare
Rama Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare.
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Hare.
Ram, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama, Rama
Krishna
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Hare.
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Ram
Rama
Ram,
Rama,
Hare
Hare Hare.
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Hare Ram,
Krishna,
Hare Ram,
Krishna
Ram Ram,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare. Hare Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare.
Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Ram
Hare
Ram.
Rama, Hare Rama, Rama
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Ram, Ram
Krishna, Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Hare
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 Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Rama Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram.
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama, Rama Rama,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram.
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Sit
Hare,
properly.
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Ram Ram, Hare
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 Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Rama Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare
Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Ram,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare Rama, Rama Rama,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare.
Hare Ram, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare, Rama Hare Rama,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama, Rama
Krishna,
Rama, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare
Ram,
Rama, Rama Rama,
Hare
Hare Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare, Hare Hare Rama,
Hare
Hare Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare
Ram,
Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare
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 Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama
Krishna,
Rama, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare
Rama Rama,
Ram,
Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna
Rama
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Hare Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Hare
Hare Rama,
Krishna,
Rama
Hare
Rama, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram,
Hare Rama,
Ram,
Hare Rama,
Hare
Rama Rama,
Krishna,
Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare
Hare Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram,
Hare Rama,
Hare
Hare Rama,
Hare,
Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Hare Ram,
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna, Hare Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Krishna
Ram,
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Ram,
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare, Hare
Ram,
Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna,
Ram, Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Hare, Hare Rama,
Ram,
Hare Rama,
Ram,
Rama Rama, Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna Krishna, Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Ram,
Hare Rama,
Hare
Hare Rama,
Krishna,
Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Rama, Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Ram,
Hare Rama,
Ram,
Rama Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama, Rama Rama,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare, Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
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 Hare
Hare Hare, Hare Rama,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Rama, Rama
Ram,
Rama, Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare
Krishna, Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare Rama,
Krishna,
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Ram,
Hare Hare,
Ram, Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Rama, Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Ram,
Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare
Rama Rama,
Ram,
Hare Hare,
Ram,
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare Krishna, Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram, Ram, Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram, Ram, Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama
Ram,
Rama, Hare
Ram, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Ram,
Krishna
Ram, Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama, Hare Rama, Rama
Hare
Rama,
Ram,
Hare Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama, Rama
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama
Hare
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Hare, Hare
Ram, Ram,
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna, Krishna
Rama, Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Rama
Ram,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Ram,
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Ram,
Rama
Ram,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Ram, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Ram,
Rama
Ram,
Rama, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram, Ram,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Rama, Hare
Ram,
Rama, Rama
Ram,
Rama, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Hare, Hare Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare
Krishna,
Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Ram,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Hare, Hare
Krishna,
Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Ram, Ram,
Hare
Ram, Ram,
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram, Ram,
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Rama, Rama
Krishna,
Rama, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram, Ram,
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare
Krishna,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Hare Ram,
Rama,
Ram,
Rama
Ram,
Rama, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Ram,
Krishna
Hare Ram,
Krishna,
Ram, Ram, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare
Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Rama, Rama
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Hare Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram, Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Hare Ram Ram
Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
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 Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Hare
Hare Ram, Hare Ram,
Ram
Ram Ram, Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna, Hare
Ram
Hare,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare
Ram
Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Krishna, Hare Hare
Hare
Ram,
Ram
Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Ram
Hare Krishna,
Ram
Hare Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna
Rama Rama, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Ram
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Ram
Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Ram
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Hare
Hare Rama,
Krishna
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram Ram Hare
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Krishna
Rama Rama,
Krishna
Hare Hare,
Krishna Hare
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
Ram
Rama, Hare
Ram
Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare Rama, Rama
Ram
Rama, Hare
Ram
Hare, Hare
Ram
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare Rama, Rama Rama,
Ram
Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Ram
Rama
Ram
Rama,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama,
Ram
Rama
Ram
Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Ram
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama. Ram, 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 Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Ram, 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 Ram,
Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Ram, 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 Hare Ram, 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 Hare Ram, 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 Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Ram, 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 Hare Krishna, Ram, 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 Ram. Krishna, Krishna, Ram, 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 Hare Krishna, Ram, 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 Krishna, Hare Ram, 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 Hare Krishna, Ram, 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 Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Ram, 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 Hare Krishna, Ram, 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 Hare Krishna, Ram, 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 Hare Krishna, Ram, 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 Ram. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, 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 Hare Krishna, Ram, 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 Hare Krishna, Ram, Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, 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 Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, 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 Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, 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 Hare Krishna, Ram, 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 Ram. Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, 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 Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, 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 Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Ram, 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 Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Krishna, Ram, Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Oh, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram. Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram. Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram. Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Believe it or not, we're almost done for this session. This morning we're going to have Guru Puja early, just after we greet the deities. And we have a couple minutes left before we make our transition to get ready for greeting the deities. I just had a couple thoughts while chanting this morning. And that is, if you don't like the way things are going, chant Hare Krishna. It's the greatest protest against the world. It's a protest means a solemn declaration of opinion of dissent. It comes from pro, forth, and testare, from Latin to call to witness, and witness that I object to the way the material world goes. And it's the greatest protest against the ways of the world, a categorical rejection of mediocrity and the embarrassments and insults that one receives from participating wholeheartedly in material life. So I just had that sentiment, feeling that, as I said before, if all else fails, and it will, chant Hare Krishna and add to it. If you don't like the way things are going, then be counted in the greatest protest of the ways of the material world by sitting and chanting Hare Krishna. Are there any other thoughts? We have 2 minutes. Express yourself. It's a community. It's tight-knit. Requires sharing realizations. 1, 2.
What you said remains of what Srila Prabhupada said, Krishna consciousness is a declaration of war on the material energy, the protest.
Thank you. I'll add it to the list.
Thank you, Guru Maharaj, for the beautiful points. I was thinking when you said what to speak of, that verse where what to speak of, like if we chant even in one namabhas, then it purifies us. I was thinking of that verse in Bhagavatam, Vishrijati Hridayam Nayasya Shaksha Dharira Vashabhito Apyago Ganasha. And it says that Lord is so inclined, Krishna is so inclined when one chants his name that he's inclined, even if someone chants by mistake, then he is inclined to destroy heaps of sins. So I was thinking, how much he will be pleased if I chant intentionally, and how much more he will be pleased if I chant with attention. And I would like to please him because I like him.
Nice. And how much more he'll be pleased if you cause other people to chant too. You can add that to your list. One from this side and then we'll go.
Hare Krishna. I like what you said about protesting. It reminds me of civil disobedience.
Yeah, you like that stuff.
Yeah, I do. Which is the concept that if something is amiss, then it's actually our responsibility to do something about it.
Fantastic. Yeah, there's a lot we can do with that concept. Malini, you wanted to say something? We're not taking it anymore. That's it. Gloves are off.
Hare Krishna. I also like the point that you mentioned about Shraddha Namabhas. That really stuck with me. And I also felt my chanting was much better and more purer because I sat next to Nirakula Mataji. I think I should do this more often, find someone who is advanced and then just sit next to them. The energy comes and the rounds are much more clearer. Thank you.
It's a really good point. In fact, you'll notice we added one verse before the Guru Vandanam today, and it's all about how you can't attain success in devotional service without taking the association and giving service to the Vaishnava. Dear Srila Prabhupada, dear Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, please let us participate in this greatest protest against the laws of material nature by chanting Hare Krishna and taking everyone back to Godhead. Thank you for considering our request. Om Tat Sat. Everyone agrees with this prayer, please say Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.